Hello everybody out there in the internet world, and welcome to another Dark Avengers comic book review. We've got tons of comic books this week, we got tons of comic books next week. In 2 weeks, not so much. We'll get to that in a little bit, but first you guys know Amber.
Hi guys.
And Joe.
Hey.
Amber has books this week, and my cameraman for just a few seconds, Michael.
Hello.
He'll be sitting in soon. He has a book this week that he's been itching and dying to read for a long time, and so his reaction to that book. And Joe's got a book coming next week, and actually he has a book coming the following week, but we're going to talk about that. First of all, old comic of the week. You guys should know from my log where I did like a pull list of what I got this week. It's Avengers number 236, which actually my friend Captain Cummings mentioned to me. This is not the first time Spider-Man showed up in an Avengers book. Spider-Man's first appearance in an Avengers book was in Avengers number 11. Number 11. Good luck affording that book for a while. So, hopefully at some point I'll be able to afford Avengers. By the way, I've definitively made my choice that Avengers is going to be the series I'm going to be getting from issue 1 through the current day. Unfortunately, though, I dropped the Avengers for about 4 months. So I've got 4 issues of the current year, the current volume that I've got to go back and get. I can do that.
4 issues.
Alright, so that's it. Mike, come sit down. Really quick news. This week is going to be a normal week. Next week is going to be a normal comic review week. However, the week after, we have 5 weeks in the month of November. What?
Yeah, December.
It will be normal for you. I may not be in it though.
I know. I will explain that in 2 seconds. Thank you. Next week, first of all, Amber won't be. No, Amber will be. You'll be here next week.
I have to be up early for the next day. Mine is back to back to back.
Okay, so possibly Amber might not be in the next one depending on what time we actually shoot it. So we'll see how that goes. However, the last week of this month, November 30th, I was talking with Tox and Spider-Man 1991 last night, and we were talking about if the 52's been running on a 4-week interval, and even Marvel's been just, you know, everything's been out on time, and there's really nothing left. You know, I made my order for next week, and basically the month is done. So we said, I wonder how many books are coming out on the 30th. Unfortunately, DC is only releasing a couple of miniseries on the 30th that they were supposed to release next week, but they didn't. And Marvel has 1 book. So the grand total of the comic books that I'm going to be getting on the week of the 30th is approximately, and that's approximating, 1 from DC, 1 from Marvel, and possibly 1 from IDW, possibly. I believe the micro series for TMNT starting.
Week around then.
So the week of the 30th, I'm going to skip doing a comic review. There will be, hopefully, we're tentatively talking about a podcast for that weekend. So instead of the comic review, there will be a podcast. And, what? Oh, I thought you tapped me. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to combine the week of the 30th and the first week of December all in one comic review, because since it's only 3 books, I mean, how much can actually...
Yeah,
more.
Exactly.
I mean, even if it's like 20 books for December, that's only 3 books. And one book is one you're doing with me, and the other book is a TMNT book, and I forgot what the Marvel book is. There's a Marvel book though. I just can't remember for the life of me what it is. I'll remember when I'm doing the order. Okay, so the comic books that were released on this episode were released on November 16, 2011. And we're starting with the independents. First off, my final book from Boom Studios for the time being, and the final book that involves Stan Lee, Starborn, number 12.
And what does that look like a little bit?
It's variant cover. Looks like Blue Superman.
Yeah. That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, I know. I noticed that on the back. Story ended really, really well. He went to the aliens, and a truce was... long story short, a truce was made, and they're not looking towards the past. Benjamin is looking towards the future. He wants the aliens to think. He said, we all know what happened in the past, but I was raised believing we were great, we were good guys, so I want to look towards the future and us building a better future. So that's how Starborn basically ended, with everybody looking towards the future. I would have really enjoyed to see the next chapter in Starborn, as well as Soldier Zero and The Traveler. Unfortunately, though, these books have been on the bottom of the buy list. The sales for these books were not as good as I would expect. That sucks, but unfortunately, this is the last book by Stan Lee. Hopefully
Wow.
we'll be seeing these three at some point in the future again. I'm hoping. I would like to see some of these books in the future again. For the time being, we will not. I would say absolutely check out the trade paperbacks if you haven't read
That's a
them.
poor seller. Sounds really good.
Correcting myself from yesterday's Avengers log, this is not my last book. There's still one more. The Transformers issue 30. There is issue 31, which is the sum up of everything that's been happening in Chaos. In this book, basically, the fight on Cybertron. This is the last part of the fight on Cybertron. I don't want to spoil too much. The Matrix makes an appearance, and nothing on Cybertron will ever be the same. The reason I'm saying that is also because I had a lot of books to read this week. I skimmed this book mostly. I don't want to give any... Well, you know, when you know you're dropping a book, it's very hard to stay attentive towards it, especially when you know, okay, so it doesn't really matter what happens next because they're going to do something stupid and ruin the whole series. So, Cybertron, wow. The Matrix, I never knew the Matrix could do what it did. And that's all I'm going to say. I will not be getting the Death of Optimus Prime. I've had enough of the Death of Optimus Prime.
We kind of
So,
know that already.
I'm getting one more book. What?
Oh, you don't. That's not
Moving. We're still in IDW for one more book. Finally, thank you God, I picked the right
That's
artist.
A nice cover.
The artist, the cover artist is Nick Rung. Nick Rung.
Yeah, the E is silent.
Ghostbusters #3. The cover is in homage or in it's a tribute to Queen, Bohemian Rhapsody.
Yeah.
Great song.
Love this cover. I was praying I picked the right artist. I'm glad. Now I know who to pick from now on. The book was good. It continues along. It turns out that that ghost that we were seeing in the mirror is actually the third. He's there to take Ray, bring him back to where the whole Gozer thing originally took place. And basically he's going to force Ray to pick a better form in which for Gozer to come back, and Gozer's basically going to come back in this new, more destructive form and destroy the world.
So he's not going to be the Marshmallow Man?
No, basically the Marshmallow Man was a joke. That's what this guy's saying. You made him a joke, but now I'm going to force you to pick the right form for him to come back and actually do what he was supposed to do, rule the world and destroy it. And it's up to the Ghostbusters to stop it, to be continued. I am thoroughly enjoying Ghostbusters. I am glad they're... Oh, here we go. This is the macro series. Is it micro or macro? Micro series I was talking about from TMNT. Raphael's first. I believe it's going to be coming out the week of the 30th. But anyway, this story's really good. I'm glad they're kind of giving like a little bit of a sequel to the actual first movie. However, once the sequel is done, I would like to see Ghostbusters move away from the movie completely, start a fresh slate. It's time. New. I mean, no offense, every time we hear Ghostbusters, all we see is the Marshmallow Man, Gozer, and everything. I want to see, even in the video game.
I like to see New Enemy.
Yes, even in the video game, we referenced back to the first movie. I think it's time for the Ghostbusters franchise to move away and past the first movie and get into some fresh new material. So I'm hoping.
I like the video game a little bit.
The video game was continuing along.
Yeah, but there were new enemies.
Exactly, but we need to get away. We need to get away from Gozer. Go into something brand new. That's what Ghostbusters needs. And then everything. And then I think everything from there, if they go into something fresh, it'll be good.
Maybe they're afraid that if they do that, people lose interest.
Well, it is classic.
I would love to see some new stuff.
I agree. I know Mike means it's classic. That's why, but new stuff.
It is, but we're
it's
in
always
a new
something
year.
new that brings out the comic.
Exactly.
Fear itself, 7.3 Iron Man came out. There's a confrontation between Tony Stark and Odin. Odin reveals to him how much of a how insignificant just Tony Stark is, and that the world does not revolve around him. Tony Stark meets with Gargoyle, who turned everybody in France to stone. And at first you think he's going to kill him, but he doesn't. And you find out what happens to the people in France. You got to check this out to find out. And spoiler alert, he doesn't kill Gargoyle. He walks off because Odin undid what Gargoyle did in France. This is continued in Iron Man 510. I am getting Iron Man 510. I'm going to give Iron Man another shot. Hopefully, with the stuff that happened in Fear Itself, we'll be looking away from Tony Stark looking to make an energy saver light bulb that's run on arc reactor.
Because he's always inventing.
Yeah, remember, I was getting tired of it. I wanted to see Tony Stark in his element, what he was doing, what he always did. So I would say check this out for sure. If you're an Iron Man fan, and I will be checking out Iron Man 510. Marvel cancellations. For those of you who didn't watch my Avengers log, Iron Man 2.0 is officially going to be canceled. Dark and Dark Wolverine is going not to be canceled, it's going to end. Just like Punisher Max and just like...
X-23.
No, X-23 is being canceled.
Oh,
I don't know, but there's a bunch of books. X-23 is one of the books that are being canceled.
Wasn't that an X-Men title?
What? X-23, Dark and Dark Wolverine, that's it.
Oh, I thought it was an X-Men.
Black Panther is going to be canceled, but everybody was waiting for that. Now, issue 2 of Incredible Hulk. More along the lines in this book, you get a background story of a week before Bruce Banner went completely loco. You see that he's trying to recreate what happened that turned him into the Hulk because he feels like the Hulk robbed him of a piece of his being and he wants that piece back and he's willing to do whatever it takes. Betty actually questions who the monster truly was, whether it be Bruce Banner or the Hulk. You know, we saw a piece of this when Bruce Banner lost the ability to change into the Hulk. He went nutso. He went psycho.
I remember that, yeah.
And but he became the Hulk again, and he was okay. Now we're seeing the same problem again. He's not the Hulk anymore, and now he's going plumb loco. While somewhere else, they're trying to convince the Hulk that he has to help them stop Bruce Banner. He has to kill Bruce Banner, or else there's going to be trouble. And long story short, this does happen. And the Hulk says, no, I don't want to be bothered with Banner. I'm going back to where I can finally be at peace. Go fuck yourselves. See you later. And he leaves. However, Bruce Banner's...
So how does the sharks come into play?
Well, when they were talking to the Hulk, they brought him back to the surf, and it turned out that they were on a boat, and it turned out some hulked out sharks showed up, so to speak. I know you guys aren't going to be able to see the artwork, but some hulked out sharks show up, and the Hulk and everybody, yeah, the Hulk and everybody kind of take out the sharks. They end up on land. I think this is the island where Bruce Banner actually is.
He looks better with long hair, I have to say, my opinion.
And spoiler alert: in the center of the Earth, the Boers show up, and they were sent. I believe they were sent by Bruce Banner to kill the Hulk. And to kill everything that he loves, meaning the people he's been watching out for and taking care of. We'll see what happens next. Maybe they'll kill everybody, and that'll be what drives the Hulk to finally decide to kill Bruce Banner. Or at least confront Bruce Banner. We don't know yet.
I think confront would be better.
I guess I'm enjoying this. I can't say I'm not. However, it is more along the lines of a backup story. It's showing what happened right after the split, and there is a little bit of a teaser in here. Hulk starts to explain how him and Banner separated by saying it wasn't Banner that separated us, it was me and. So we now know Hulk had help from somebody to separate himself from Bruce Banner. Who is that somebody? Maybe we'll find out down the line. That's what's keeping me hooked on this. I want to know how it happened, and I want to see what's going to happen with the Hulk. No offense, if Bruce Banner and the Hulk aren't going to recombine right away, I really don't give a shit about Bruce Banner. I want to see what's going to go down with the Hulk. I really could care less about Bruce Banner. Captain America, number 4. We're at the pendulum issue. Captain America is stuck in that dream world with that other guy, and that guy says, you had us trapped here for so long, we came back to a world, and you're still America's big hero. While on the outside, Sharon and S.H.I.E.L.D. are trying to get to the guy and save Captain America and take him out. And they're going after Hydra. And long story short, there's a stalemate that happens by the end of this book. And we'll find out in the next issue, of course you know it's going to happen, but how, I'm not going to say if, how Captain America gets out of the dream world and how this story arc concludes. I'm looking more forward to issue 6, which has been advertised a lot lately, which is going to take place after Fear itself, or I don't know. It's going to be a new arc, and they're pushing it. They're really. It's something big. It's either going to take place after Fear itself or after the realization that Bucky's alive, that Steve knows Bucky's alive, but he's going to continue along the trodden path as the all-American
Sounds
hero.
pretty
I don't
good.
believe there's anything I missed really in this. The artwork is, however, amazing. I won't show the stalemate. And I will say this, though. We aren't seeing X-Sanction as a preview anymore. Now what we're seeing is the castle, which we did see in past issues.
Is
Is
it about a new?
book?
It's a book.
Castle?
No.
No,
The Castle is a, I don't even know
Hopefully
what
not
it is. It
Frank
doesn't look
Castle.
no, it's
interesting
not
at all.
Castle.
I know, it was
Richard
just
Castle's
okay.
Deadly Storm.
What would it be about?
A Derek Storm mystery. It's a
New
mystery
series?
book.
maybe.
No, mystery.
Inspired by the ABC series, so apparently this is a
Oh.
TV series that I've never really cared to know about.
Never mind.
I never watch ABC that much.
I don't know. I never heard the show.
Alright. X-Men number 21, continuing the story arc with the Sentinels. Long story short, they find out there are a lot more than just one Sentinel out there.
Oh,
And this guy actually used Domino's DNA. Spoiler alert, Domino is not dead. And now basically they can control the Sentinel to believe a human is even a mutant.
a human.
So they can bend the will of the Sentinel to do and to target whomever they want. And that's the abridged version of this. And basically War Machine at the end of this book is in a very precarious
War Machine?
situation.
Oh, wow.
Yes. So we'll see what happens. I know the X-Men are going to save War Machine. I'm going to hold on to this for a little bit longer. It is a Scott Summers book. It is a Scott Summers book, and the artwork is really awesome. I will show the Sentinel.
Doesn't mean it's
really
gonna
quick.
always be great.
I know. You're happy, aren't you, Sentinel? Yes, you are.
Congratulations to you.
I want to show the.
I'm talking to an inanimate object.
Hey.
Hey, I was talking to it.
So that makes us both. You know, at least not just
Little
me.
wacko. I'm kidding.
Here we go. Here's the
gosh.
core of where all the Sentinels are when they find out there's all these Sentinels. I thought this was a very
Hey,
nice.
he called himself back. Why?
And artwork, like I said, is great. I would say check it out. It's the only Scott Summers book I'll be getting. So after this story arc, we'll see how the next one goes. If it sucks, goodbye. And that's all I can say when it comes to Scott Summers books. X-23, number 17 until issue 20. You've still got a series to read. So how was it?
I loved it. It was very good.
It's
She
at 23.
I think.
she was babysitting the FF kids,
So now we have X-Babysitter.
and can't think of the little girl's name. Violet.
Mm-hmm.
No, Vicky. I don't know. Either way.
Either way, the
Or
V
that's
girl.
what it was.
Yeah.
I think the dad just called her Vic.
I think it's Victoria.
The
Maybe
father
Vicky. Okay, enough of the name.
tells her not to do what she did.
She never listens to them. I don't believe it. She's an
And she-
annoyance.
Created a portal into another universe, and some dragons came through.
How?
Because she's annoying. This is the one
She's
thing I
like
can say
a
from FF. This
psychic.
girl is so annoying.
She's so
Brilliant.
brilliant that she was able to figure out a code that he couldn't figure out to cause little gaps in the space-time continuum
Kids
and bring
these
things
days,
through
I
or
tell
bring
you,
her
you gotta
She's
watch
such a pain in
them.
the
You
ass,
gotta
girl.
watch them.
She brought, okay, she was gonna
Imagination.
bring a dinosaur through so her brother could pet it because he wanted to pet it.
Wow.
This girl is such a pain in the
Oh, by
ass
the
when it
way-
comes to FF, I swear.
Back to my favorite artist.
I was going
artwork.
to mention something if you
Yeah,
didn't.
it's really nice.
But anyway, check this out.
Whoa.
And I'll show
That's
it.
what she likes through the portal.
Okay, I'll hold it up because I'm in front of the camera. There's some
She
page
brought
art.
through some dragons. And now, where it leaves you off, X-23 is running with the kids and the parents are at a function dancing.
Can anything else go wrong?
Yes.
We'll find out next issue. Absolutely check it
Very
out.
good. And I don't want them to end. I don't want them to
Why is it
cancel.
anything exactly?
Now, the series that I will be following,
Oh, that's good.
not only forward, but backwards. The Avengers 19. The new team is announced, and I'm so happy Vision is back. And for those of you who don't know Vision, because I know Joe's looking at me with that look of
No.
who the hell is Vision?
I don't know
Not
who
sure.
it is
What's the
either.
look again?
Vision. I know them, but I don't know Vision.
That's Vision.
Oh, okay.
That's Vision. Vision, thanks to Tony Stark, has been rebuilt and he's better than ever, but he has no memory of what's gone on. For him, he basically just woke up again. So to him, everybody was still alive. This was pre-Civil
Is
War.
he Captain Vision?
He says the Vision. He says Captain. He's talking to Captain America.
Oh.
Also, you guys heard Storm joined the team. Black Panther did not. She's joining in place of Black Panther. And basically, what pissed me off is Spidey and Wolverine got ousted from the team.
Yeah, I remember.
Basically, because Spider-Woman's on the team and Storm is on the team. Basically, Wolverine said they already have their they already have their mutant, and they already have their Spider-Person. So Spider-Man and Wolverine were
There's a good
put on the
thing
new
for the
Avengers.
SS.
SS?
Yes, Oh.
No, he's
How
still
does
on the
it
new
feel?
Avengers. He's still on the new Avengers.
Yes,
Spider-Man.
but he's not in this one. So how does it feel to be ousted?
We'll see. And then in the very end, I will say this, without spoiling it, Norman Osborn shows up. Read it. Read it and you'll see why what Norman Osborn's showing up for, and it leads into the next issue. I'll be sticking around. Okay, Mike, we have a lot of time, so
Alright.
Mine's a
The Punisher, issue
Number
number
5.
5 from the shirt.
what you've been waiting for.
Yes, this was excellent. In this book, there is a new murder scene that's going on, and of course they claim it's the Punisher that was behind all this.
When it really wasn't.
When it really wasn't, of course. Because they think that he's like not out there, because after the Vulture fight they thought that he was dead. And you know, then there's this little kid that shows up, and we don't know his name, who finds the Punisher, and he tells him that his parents aren't coming back until 6 months or so he's living with his grandparents who don't know nothing about him, like how to take care of him and stuff like that. So they meet up and talk, and he talks about how he wants to be a Delta in the future. And
Just like Frank.
Just like Frank Castle himself. And the artwork is still amazing. And I just want to show a good splash page of one of the... Of course, everyone wishes each other happy Thanksgiving as well.
Yeah, because Thanksgiving is next week.
Yeah, and then the end, the little boy finds out that he has a white spray with a skull, and then he says, "You're not a soldier," and then leaves after that. And then it's...
Don't spoil the ending now. Be careful.
I know. And that's where it leaves off. So next issue, the cover will look like this.
No, you don't have to show the cover because it's too small.
Okay. Well, yeah. But with a new murder scene that's going down, we're going to find out what's going on and all that.
Good.
And I'm liking it. It's excellent. I will be getting issue number 6. And I just can't wait. I'm just excited, and it's keeping me really hooked.
This is your Hawk and Dove Marvel version.
Yeah, I mean, I wear this shirt because I don't like to wear the other
This is
one.
your most
Alright,
favorite
how much time
comic.
do we have left? We have 4 minutes. I'll get
What are your most
into
favorite?
one more
Yes,
book
get it.
here, and then we'll get into the last book of Marvel in the next part. Concluding this part, the picture that's been on everybody's favorite new poster, Venom number 9. I know a lot of people that love this poster. I wish I could buy it, but the last time I bought a poster from Midtown Comics, it came a little folded, if you remember.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Came a bit folded. No offense, Midtown is the best place, and if I ever go into the city, this is the poster I will be buying, and I do plan on going into the city sometime next year, but I highly doubt this poster will be there by then. Financial issues, I just can't, so whatever, the poster will have to just go where it's going. This is the after effects of Spider Island, and if you're seeing 2 Venoms here, yes, this Venom on this side does make an appearance on here. Flash loses control after he sees a traumatic event, which all of you guys have seen in the previews. He sees some 2 civilians die, and I'm not going to tell you what he does to the guy when he finally gets into the tank. But wow. And this is basically leading. This is basically a transition comic. It's leading into the next series, which is going to be called A New Beginning. What are you doing? That's an old one. And it's going to be starting off a new story arc or Venom. I would definitely be saying check this out.
Yeah.
You should be checking out issue 10.
I know, but hold on. Can I just say one more thing about the Punisher, really quick? Nora actually leaves a note on the table about the murder scene and everything, and it's really suspicious. So forgot to add that in. But
Okay, how long do we have?
3 minutes.
enough, honestly.
All right. This is also, and this is a bold statement. They actually put this on the Spider-Man comic. Amazing Spider-Man 674, and with the bold statement, the world's greatest
That is.
superhero.
I
the Amazing
agree.
Spider-Man.
I don't like it.
In light of what they're doing to
They would
Superman, I also agree. The current world's greatest superhero is right here. And this is also a new story arc, and it does involve...
I say top.
Don't start with me.
What was that for?
In Marvel, he is the world's greatest superhero.
That's
Yeah, Marvel, yes.
Batman is DC.
I'm talking about all.
I'm not getting into this debate.
Yeah.
Anyway, he's my favorite superhero now. Anyway, new story arc begins with the Vulture, and it turns out the Vulture has a flock. He's not the one going out there and getting his hands dirty anymore. He's more like a crime lord now. Now he sends kids out to do all his robbing, and they bring it back to him. And unfortunately, for those of you people who are very happy that Carly is out of Pete's life, well, they may not be dating, but they're friends again. Basically, Pete and Carly are going to be working together. She'll be his eyes, and she'll be covering him on the force, and he'll be helping her out solving cases with his Spidey powers.
I feel like I want to go in a comic book and slap Peter Parker saying, "You see this girl over here? This is Mary Jane Watson. This is the girl you're supposed to be with."
I told you.
That girl, Carly, she's not good.
I told you they were going to draw it out.
But it's
Told you they were going to draw it out.
it doesn't make sense.
Shut up. They're going to draw it out. Whether you like it or not. They're going to draw it out. Artwork was really, really good. Actually, I believe it's the artist that does A Dark and Dark Wolverine, which is also unfortunately canceled. I love the artwork. Really, really nice artwork. I hope you guys can see it. In the end, we do see Vulture, and I am guessing he will be making an appearance in the next Spider-Man comic, since he's on the cover of the next Spider-Man comic. Yeah, Hobgoblin makes an appearance, and so does Kingpin. Mary Jane makes an appearance, which is really nice. Am I missing anything? Kingpin also, there's something that's going to be going on with Kingpin, I believe, in the future. He has something that the guy claims is going to help him capture Spider-Man. And the police now hate Spidey again. That's basically the abridged version, and I believe I've wasted... Yes, I have. Mike can go behind the camera.
Yep.
He'll see you in the next part. Really, really good. New story arc's beginning. It is the Vulture. I believe this story, if anything, is going to be a transition story between Spider Island and the next big Spidey event at World's End, or to World's End, and that's going to involve Doc Ock. I'm still enjoying this story anyway, and I'm enjoying Spidey. That's it for Marvel. Next is all DC.
Yeah, I gotta get you back. No, come on. You
I'm going to flip you in your chair. Anyway, see you guys in the next part. And we're going to be getting into some DC Comics.